WikiHow article and the genre taxonomy of it. It's gonna be really exciting. Alright, so basic definition, pretty much emerged from like a how-to like manual type thing. It's basically like a simple and online guide to like help you get through anything. So like, I'm sure you guys have done like that weird website where like you guess what WikiHow article it is, like based on the pictures. Like there's such like a wide variety. There's literally anything it can cover, like how to cry on the spot, how to fake your own death, how to stop being a weeb, how to knit. There's lots of things to do.
A lot of practical skills and a lot of impractical skills.
Yeah, it's very exciting. Do you want to go over the history?
Oh yeah, well just in general, the first how-to ever was the keep coolie method of how to train horses, and it was found in Turkey from 1345 BC, and then they started printing how-tos in the late 1600s. And WikiHow launched after eHow did in 2005 as a sort of for-profit, but for the betterment of humanity sort of companies. Its main difference from eHow is you can go in and edit all the articles, and so they're always kept up to date. So for instance, if you had like a how to add someone on Snapchat, and then the Snapchat app updated and it's different now, people can go in and just arbitrarily edit that article and make it better so you can do the same things now.
It's very convenient. Alright, so we're just gonna like really quickly go over like the most like defining characteristics that we explain later on. So like, I know this is kind of like super duper extra to say, but it definitely does like empower individuals to do anything. Like if I wanted to turn into like a secret Russian agent, I could totally do that because of WikiHow. Like I totally feel empowered to do anything. And like, I don't know, it just gives individuals like a lot of like leeway on different things to do. Definitely like the format is like a really defining characteristic, just because like they have like a very like easy step-by-step guide. It's like formatted in like a specific way. Every single one is like set up in the exact same way. Like there's no difference. And then the whole like easy to follow. There's a lot of like really simple like language. Okay, this really isn't like a good example, but like they have like specific like bolded sections, and then they have like explanations below, like if you need to like, I don't know, learn more and stuff. Alright, so we're gonna expand.
Yeah, the whole mission of WikiHow is to help everyone do anything. So if you know how to make a cake and you write an article on making a cake, but you don't know how to change a tire, you can go and learn how to change a tire. So it uses the expertise of everyone on the internet, and anyone has the power to edit, and anyone has the power to learn something that's going on. So that's how it's so empowering.
Yeah, it definitely does seem like a little bit ridiculous, but like, I don't know, a lot of like the simplistic language and the way that it's formatted like helps you understand a lot of things, because I knit constantly and I always forget how to like cast off just because I'm dumb, and so like I will go back and it'll be like, no, don't worry, this part's really difficult, but it's also really easy. You'll get it in 2 seconds, and I'm like, sweet. And so it's very helpful. Yeah, so just like really like quick examples, like they have like, let's see, like different languages. So like if you do not speak English, there's like a variety of different options for you to like click on. It's like, oh sweet, so now I can read this in Italian, awesome. And they have like that reads this, but like don't rush, like it helps you. And then different things, those, you know, you can do anything.
An important part of really any how-to is a listing style of step-by-step. You need to know chronologically how to go through something. If you mess up that order, then chances are you're not going to get to the finished product. So a very important part is that it's neatly divided into steps, so it's easy to follow along and navigate towards the end.
This is from How to Fake Your Own Death. It was a very enlightening article. It had like tons of steps. I did not know that it was that difficult on how to fake your own death and get off the grid, but now I know.
But apparently deciding on a death method is the 4th step. So there are 3 things that you should do before then.
And they're all in like different like okay, so like they have like different methods. So like it starts off with like your death, and then it's like steps after, and then like your life after you faked your own death and have moved on. So like it goes in like
it's very well
different-
thought out. Like I'm sure a lot of people have followed that article.
Yeah. And as you can see up here, like it shows you like the parts that it's like organized in, like after, and then it has like a community like Q&A, the different methods that we were talking about earlier. They usually have like tips and warnings on like what you can do. This is from How to Flirt with a Girl.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different components in a how-to, well, in a WikiHow especially, the warnings and the comments and the questions that are answered.
Yeah, and then they usually help you like understand it more.
Yeah, and one of the conventions that is very important is that it's easy to follow and understand if you're not an expert on the subject, because you wouldn't be reading this probably if you knew how to do the thing that you're trying to do. So it has to be really simply written. Like if I was trying to learn how to change a tire, I would not want it to be using a lot of fancy words or anything like physics related. So that's really important to use simple language that any non-expert can understand.
Yeah. So like I know that easy to follow and like the formatting seems like incredibly like similar, but like they're definitely different things, and like the format does help like make it easier to read, but like the specific language and just like the way that like people have worded things, or like I don't know, just set up like their article and put like the images in, it's definitely really different from just like having like a basic list by list thing, because even that can be hard to follow. Yeah, so basic representative examples. I picked pretty much like a physical, like easy thing, something that's, I don't know, I use this article all the time. I'm a mess. And then listening actively, it's like something that's kind of like emotional, like advice, just kind of helping you like, oh, this is how I help out this person. And then lastly, something that you might not need, but it could come in helpful. And,
This could be the last
might
article
help
you
you out.
ever use in your life.
But you know, if you need to pray while falling out of a plane, why not?
Yeah, so reasons. Okay, so the primary audience of a how-to video or how-to articles are people that don't know how to do the thing that they want to do. So it's very important to speak to that audience, again, using simple language and diagrams that really explain what you're going through. And then
I think we Gucci.
yeah.
Meetings are done.
Yeah. Oh, but just for the purpose of how-to genres and how it can be integrated into other genres, if any of you have seen Beyonce's Lemonade, you know, she gives a how-to in there of how to make her grandmother's lemonade, and it's actually like really metaphorical, and it's not actually just trying to tell you how to make lemonade, it's trying to tell you how to turn your life around. So, yes.
Alright.
I had a question.
Yeah.
So has anyone else like done sort of research into WikiHow? Did you guys do most of this on your own, or did you find anyone else who's actually been looking at it kind of in the same way as like a genre?
Well, the guy who founded it was a really, oh, you mean as a genre?
Yeah.
There is a WikiHow article on how to make a WikiHow article.
Okay.
Well, as a genre, I think one of the only other people that would probably regard it or like think of it as a genre before actually faced with the idea of it as a genre is probably the founder who decided to drop eHow because like that platform wasn't as enabling as he wanted it to be, and he designed the whole thing as to like you can put in warnings and all these things, and most of these articles that we pulled up, even like how to fake your own death, they have like 50,000 contributors. Like
Yeah.
everyone is getting on there.
We have
So
to do,
like there's
a
no
lot of
one
research on
author to
this,
any of these.
Just because like there's no like explicit information of like what exactly defines a WikiHow article. Like even like the only article on like how to make articles is like, well, you just write out these steps, and I'm like, okay, but like I need to know how this makes the user feel, and it was just not helpful.